And now it's their turn to be spirits. But we are going to get into the first map, our last best of 3 on the day, thank God. It is NRG versus EnVy.
Yep.
Shaquille O'Neal versus something. Reference game's not on point. Oh my God, what have I done? I turned up the game sound so we could hear them louder on the desk. That was a bad idea.
Well then. Yeah, you kind of have rec players as well.
We don't need to hear to be casters. We just need to talk endlessly and not pay attention to what we're saying.
I have to say, after that whole segment, my brain's going to be just being like demolished just by what is going on there. I have no idea what we were talking about.
I mean, to be fair, at least you got some legit actor who looks a little bit like you, and I got Peter Dinklage.
Who gave you Peter Dinklage?
They did earlier on the desk. And I got the theme song from Game of Thrones, like the Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage. That's why I was singing it earlier.
Well,
yeah.
We've all learned something today.
I mean, to be fair, that guy's a tripod, so it's probably accurate anyway, right?
Well then, Matthew, have you watched much of NRG eSports recently?
I have not. Despite being a North American representation on the microphone, I am very rarely there. I think I've spent about 10 days there in all of 2016. So I haven't seen as much of them as I would have liked to. That said, I have seen various games from them in the past. I've seen a lot of these players. Obviously, Peter, we've seen a lot from, unfortunately. Injured, not going to be here this weekend, but I've definitely seen Coffee, we've seen Patterson, we've seen Livia in the past, all together on a Mouse Sports roster circa December 2014. It's Justin and Silent that we don't know as much about. This is one of their first major events.
We cast them a few times, didn't we?
We have in the past.
We know those guys. What was the team they were on before? Was it Method?
Method is correct.
Ah, see, I can remember that.
Yeah, it was Method, and we casted them for the qualification stages for PGL.
That's right. That was when we did the NA stuff.
When we were like spending longer hours.
Weeks we met each other. That was a long time ago. This is like a full circle now.
Yeah, and this is when we were spending longer hours doing NA in Europe than we are in Milan today. Although it might be close.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, Silent is a very active community in the North American roster, and Justin is a very stable player.
Sure.
But Peter was their player, and now they don't have him.
This is the thing. Tabs has been brought in. Presumably they've been able to use practice rooms here and had an opportunity to get some stuff down, but you're never going to have that kind of synergy. Like, they've probably made a few PCWs. Going up against a team like EnVyUs, who are very hungry to prove themselves right now, probably doing a lot of hard work in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, Devil joining them as well. Getting a little bit of revitalization there and seeing what they can do. Going into this one, I don't see it being anything other than a 2-0 going into this one. I've forgotten the match already and all the matters. Is it Dust2 to kick things off? That's what we're on right now, so I'd assume it is.
It is Dust2. I forget to even do the veto, just like Paula forgot to do the veto, and he's the
it's more his job to remember. We just say it,
exactly,
say it as it counts.
Right? That's right. I mean, that's. Come on, Paula, do your job.
For that money,
cut your hair.
You have to remember that.
I mean, $2 grand a day, and the guy doesn't even remember when they did a friggin' veto. I want to be a YouTube star. Mom, quick, get the camera.
No, don't.
That's true, don't. Henry's touching me weirdly.
Right, it looks like we'll be filling for a little bit, Matt. Maybe it's time we start our own episode once again. I will bring up the resources and we'll...
The resources. All right, NHL.com.
We'll have...
We've probably done HLTV enough today.
I don't think people want to hear about ice hockey, to be fair.
That's rude. Lots of people do. Anyone with taste. I like this HLTV thread we're reading.
Can't really go into that one.
We probably... Well, apparently not, if it's true. If you know what I mean.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything. Maybe the CSGO Reddit is going to provide more. Why don't you keep talking while I find some news for us?
I can definitely keep talking. I'm just scrolling through my phone right now. Tinder logged me out today. I think they finally assumed that I'm a bot for being all over the world.
What, for instantly pressing accept to every single person that comes up?
I have the strategy where I match them first and decide later. That way I don't have to do the hard work.
It's an art net. You just got to stick through it at the end. Like you get a heavy ship.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more.
Just build Noah's Ark.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, I think we've literally exhausted the whole of CSGO Reddit. Maybe we should talk about Devil coming into this one. Obviously, he was a player we saw a lot of coming into EnVyUs. That we saw him in LDLC. We casted him many times. And one of the players we always talked about, along with Swanu as well. One of those guys that are standing out for that team. I think it's an interesting pickup. Obviously, the only choice I feel like EnVyUs had going into this one, obviously, like you have G2, you have EnVyUs, and then below those, way below, I'd say, is LDLC. And they do have some standout players, and I think it's a good opportunity for Devil. He probably is very excited to prove himself and really step up here. Obviously, we've seen Kiyoshiba going to a UK team, but he's going to be attending a UK LAN in the next couple of weeks, which is kind of fun, I guess. We'll see how that works out for him. He's actually teaming up with an old friend of mine last night, so we'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, Rattlesnake. You've been quite fond of Rattlesnake in many previous occasions that we've seen him on streams.
Well, we used to play together for a very long time. Back in the days where the UK was good.
Yeah.
And those days are long behind us.
Don't even remember them myself.
Well, it was way before your time. You were busy playing that really good game.
Oh, Tribes?
Tribes,
Yeah. Not actually, it would have been COD 4 at the time. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bad game.
No, that COD 4 was okay. I didn't mind COD 4.
Thank you. I'm glad you finally admitted it.
It's the other CODs.
Absolutely. The other CODs are terrible. COD 4 was actually quite reasonable.
Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, it looks like we are going to be filling for just as long as the other guys.
It's all right. We're better at it than they are. It's fine.
Yeah,
we fill each other all the time.
Yeah, exactly. We're used to it. So, okay, so Shaquille O'Neal has invested into NRG. That's an interesting
one. That is actually a really interesting one.
So obviously we've got Echo eSports. Is it Echo?
Echo Fox.
Echo Fox,
Rick
right.
Fox.
Rick Fox, yeah. So he's obviously he's part of the NBA sort of thing as well, an ex-player, right? Similar sort of vibe. And Shaquille O'Neal obviously had the interaction with Doran and everything we saw a few months ago. And obviously we liked what he saw and wants a slice of the pie. So how do you feel about it? Do you feel like it's a positive step for esports? Do you feel like people are throwing their money around to have a lot of it?
I think, well, you raise a good point because these guys are obviously heavy hitters in the investment. We also know Mark Cooper's working in the background on some other stuff.
Sure.
I don't think he's involved with any specific organizations, but perhaps some technology in the future. I don't know. He's definitely got his hands in. And what I think it is they're looking for a quick return on investment. And it's not a big loss because it's cheap to get into right now. If the forecasts for growth and development in esports are accurate, then it should improve by 3 to 4 to 5 times over the next 5 years, and that's a very quick return on investment. So it's a business initiative for these guys. That said, a lot of these people are athletic people that are coming out and see the comparisons and how we're being portrayed in the media and how we're developing into a fan base from what they've already come from. So they definitely see some parallels that I think interest them.
Forgive my ignorance. NRG eSports as a whole, is that an org that has...
League of Legends, they've got some decent
they're
results
established in other sort of disciplines as well.
That is correct, yeah.
Okay.
I think specifically they have League of Legends and CSGO. I don't know if they've got much else. It wouldn't surprise me if they had Hearthstone or maybe a StarCraft player roster, but they definitely are a League of Legends primary team. In that sense, that's their main focus. That's where they've come from over toward our lucky sport that we call Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Henry.
So we'll have a look at the website right now. Let's see what they've got going. So, yeah, League of Legends, like you said, and that's about all I can see on the website. I don't think they've even listed the CS team. Why not? Just keep them off there.
Yeah, not worth it, right?
Just put the CS team on your website. Why bother?
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I think it's just a quick return on investment. That said, I don't think they're investing blindly, and it's going to damage us in the long run. I don't think it's like they're going, oh, here's my money. Oh, it didn't work. All right, I'm out. Let's forget it. Esports isn't real. I think they want to believe that it's going to work. I think they see something that's caught their interest. Obviously, Shaq, in specific, was sitting by in the Turner League getting wrecked by Thorn, so he's had a first-hand experience that esports is something that's viable.
Sure. Yeah, these guys, they like investments. They like to see their money invested into new exciting projects. It's an exciting project. I'm just not sure. Is NRG the most going forward? Obviously, that they are building in terms of the loyalty.
I mean, someone involved in that lineup obviously is a smart businessman to get that investment.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that's about saying. If you can get Shaquille O'Neal to invest in any ideas you've got, you're obviously doing something right. And it's interesting to see how this team approaches it. Obviously, not getting off the most fantastic start with obviously Peter getting into that accident. And it's a big shame he's not here. I'd love to see how they can perform on European soil, right? Just to see how they perform. It's difficult to judge. If they do get wrecked here, you kind of say, oh, it was bound to happen. Like with the full lineup and then like a very influential player, like you said, it's a weakened EnVyUs. I'd say weakened just because of their form, and we're not sure how they're going to perform with Devil as well.
That's the thing. So Devil himself is very aggressive against eSports at Assembly. They took the fight. They took 8 cash, they took B tunnels, they were everywhere. They were super aggressive. I'm talking more aggressive than the former Penta roster when they still had Dennis and when they had Troubley and all those guys, and when they played a super fast style with Nex. That was one of the most aggressive teams I've ever seen. LC White played that game, and it was Devil that led the charge. So if he can bring in that game style directly into EnVyUs, I'm going to be quite curious to see how it works out for them. Now, that said, it's a very different beast, and there's much more to it.
Can I just stop you there?
Yes.
We're getting tweets saying people can't hear us, all the podcasts, and the game sounds way too loud.
I'm not in charge of that. I mean, I can try that. Maybe
that's better, I think.
That might be on me. That could be on me. I might have done that. I'm sorry, everyone.
It's okay. They couldn't hear the podcast.
This is what happens when they give me the sound mixer instead of a cough box. But there we go. The podcast is better now.
Yeah. Well, I think we've put that topic to bed. We've kind of explored it. Your views on Destiny 3. Well, I think money coming to our industry is always good. I just want to hope it's with the right intentions, and that's what I'm kind of wanted to put around and see what your thoughts are on it. So that's one topic done. We can move on to the next one if you like. They are clutching the scores a little bit well in this one, so we'll see. It's obviously got the major coming up, right?
Yes, we've got the major coming up.
That's going to be something we can talk about shortly. What do you feel like Fnatic are going to hold the throne and continue this amazing run they've got right now? What are your thoughts? That's probably the biggest question.
I think Fnatic goes in as the heavy favorite.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel like in your opinion, do you feel like they can take it all the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I see this as, so in the last few majors, there's been one team that's changed out of, I think, what is it now? 3 majors consecutively. One team that's, wow, look at all those guns in mid. Oh, I can't see that on the screen. Either way, there's one team that has changed players that has changed in the top 8 that's not consistent. First game, Penta, twice qualifying through that playoff position. They lost the core, they went to Mousesports, and then G2, now FaZe, took over that position. There's not been much change in the other 7 teams. What I will say is this year, that's going to happen. There's going to be a team that qualifies into the playoffs that we've not seen before.
That would be interesting. Do you have an inkling?
As long as it's not Splice, I don't care because I have to get a tattoo if it is.
Do you have an inkling of who it may be?
Let me get back to you on that one.
Maybe after the game. It looks like we are going to be getting into this one finally, guys. It is arriving, and it has been a long day, but this is the final best of 3. The 4th game we'll be bringing you today is between NRG eSports and EnVyUs. EnVyUs obviously with the new signing of Devil. Unfortunately, NRG missing one of their star players. Peter has been replaced by Tabson for this game, so I'm predicting this to be a quick 2-0. EnVyUs.
Apparently the game sound's not on me because they still can't hear. So
brilliant.
I'm just going to have to hope for the best.
Production, if you can hear us, the game sound is too loud. I don't know if anyone has control of that, but let's try and turn it down. Anyway, I think EnVyUs will be staying on the CT side. It will be Dust2 first. Expect a lot of aggression. This is a similar story to what we saw in the Astralis game. EnVyUs really fancied themselves as the heavy favourites, and I would say it's very fair to say that they're actually very much more skilled than NRG in general across the board.
I mean, the thing with Peter now is, by the way, Silent renamed his AWP. I don't know if he can bring that out for us, but it's called Peter is Better Than You, in honor of Peter. But I don't know if that means Silent's going to be using the AWP today or not. What I will say is without Peter, they don't have a dedicated offense, which is a huge, huge disadvantage, especially when you're going up against someone like Kenny S, who you need to find a way to, no pun intended, Silent.
Whoa, Kenny S.
Silent has his AWP out right now,
We saw it at Katowice. It's not like he was setting the world on fire, right?
Did someone just have a gun called This Is My Idea of Hell? Did I actually submit
Did I actually create like a proper meme with that?
I like it. Congratulations, Henry. Your first meme.
It's actually something that has officially happened. It seems to get mentioned every event.
I think we're going to have to click through some of these players and look at their gun titles throughout the game.
If we do see it, we're going to go nuts. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on that. But Silent definitely named his after Peter, which is quite romantic.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice.
It is too bad he's not here, specifically on Dust2. Remember, he did beat EnVyUs once before on this map. A long, long time ago.
I've got so many tweets saying that they can't.
Don't worry, my phone's going to break. It's all right. It got worse, apparently. So if I do this, it makes no difference. People can confirm or deny. What if I just mute it? Let's mute it on our end, see if it works. Doubt it will. But, HenryG.
Yes.
We're going into it, baby.
What's this? Well, Ben. We have got into the CT side, but it's going to be Silent opening things up. It's going to be the first headshot, but Devil does reply straight away with a crisp shot from the P2000. 4-on-4 now. And I think we have lost game stands altogether now, have we?
I was messing with you, yes. I turned them all off to see what would happen. I've turned them back up, so if they don't come back on, then yes, we might have. We'll figure this out slowly but surely. It's a process of trial and error. Setting a smoke on the shadow. This will drop inside the doorway at mid. An unsighted smoke bounce off the inside of the box back into the crevice. Actually, it's the Xbox. All right. Interesting. I've not seen that one lined up from that shadow before.
That's pretty standard.
Listen, dude, stop it.
4-on-4. And we still have...
I just run around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I'm the bait for you.
Greer still has the smoke grenade in hand. They are going to make their way up towards shore right now. No one committing anything just yet. 1 minute remaining. Devil still towards long, and Greer will be coming to a low B to help them out. And they're just kind of holding up and seeing the CTs are reacting to anything they're doing right now. Apex will be spotting towards short. Does spot one, going for the headshot. Just going to back out of that for now. As the time does tick away. Still plenty to play with. 40 seconds. Maybe going towards mid here. Smoke towards CT spawn and try and get towards B straight away. But it's Apex that rips the head off Thompson.
Well done. He goes back for more as well. Speaking of 1 versus 1, it's going to be 3 kills now, total. Die please? How are you still alive? Gobby basically runs into him. Kenny S will close it out. And the new boys to the roster, specifically the EnVyUs roster. I shouldn't say the new boys anymore. I guess Devil's kind of taking that title away. But either way, Apex, man, absolutely solid on that pistol round.
I can't believe Gobby struggled to get that kill, to be fair. That was a little bit messy.
Little Glocks.
Yeah, well, there it is. EnVyUs stepping up massively there. It's just Apex especially finds 3 frags and brings EnVyUs into 1 plays 0. But NRG not getting the bomb down. They're not actually going to be forcing into this round, which is kind of surprising here for PT50s and a Deagle onto the Gear. And looking to see what they can do. Not a single piece of utility purchase. The bomb down towards the top of middle. They're waiting for that aggression from the CTs to be brought in, but not meant to be so far. What a passive setup from EnVyUs, leaving middle completely open here. And it's very similar to what we saw on the pistol. I was hoping NRG finds something to work with here, but maybe the Deagle will have to be the one that saves the day.
Maybe the Deagle will be the one that saved. I know you like Oasis.
And hey, it's good.
Thanks, man.
Keep going with it.
Nah, we've hit the end.
Karaoke mic in hand, you could do it.
Nah, Sweet Caroline's all I really go with.
And we've got microphones down here as well.
We haven't used it, but I could swing it and dance with it like Morrissey.
Nice.
Is that something he does?
Sort of. Sometimes it's more about the cable of the microphone. He like spins it around like this.
Yeah. I have a light that never goes out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
You've seen it.
Anyway.
It went out that one time. I swear it doesn't happen all the time, Henry. But speak of the devil, and it's not actually him. It's going to go forward.
That would have been good.
That would have been good, right? He shall appear. Instead, though, through the smoke, it's going to be Happy that picks up 1 kill with the SMG. Devil, though, now he will appear. He's going to get 1 at long, goes for the pop, flash, bounces it out, catches off, jesting in the open and unsuspecting to a relatively standard flash, and it's NBK that comes around the corner and closes out the round.
Yeah, pretty anticlimactic round there from NRG after spending so much time
just like
holding
that
position.
time my light went out.
Right, come on. Don't get distracted.
I'm not.
Let me cast.
Sorry.
So after NRG setting up for so long, didn't really manage to get anything down, and no bomb planted in both rounds there. We're going to round number 3. They've got Tech 9s, Glocks, and no nade speak once again. Devil coming to life, taking down Legia towards long, and looking to get his double as well here. The rest of his teammates are actually running up towards short. Justin with the bomb, he will be leading the charge here, but MBK is waiting with the PT50.
Oh, driving. Happy and MBK, it's going to be Devil. Take down Silent, last player remaining, it's Tabson. And the guest from the west, not really, he's actually from the east of where they are in North America. He's going to get the only kill in the round. And if I'm not mistaken, one of only 3 kills total in the 3 rounds that have gone by for NRG, but they're going to bring up the guns, and it's Silent that will be wielding the AWP in the absence of Peter.
Well, we have to go MBK and, of course, Kenny S in the AWP. He's got his work cut out for him if he's going to find anything out of this. Crosses do come in, but it's going to be Silent making his way straight towards B. He's not going to be sticking around towards Suicide. He wants to go and challenge Kenny S straight away. Fires off a shot first. He's going to be facing again. Actually gets the headshot onto Kenny S. There it is. 5 versus 4 now. NRG with the advantage in the first gun round here. We wouldn't have thought that would be happening, but Kenny S has dropped.
Silent starting it off with the Peter is better than you AWP as NBK tries to use his AWP. Tabson, the guest, replacing Peter. So in some ways, Peter, although not here, has contributed to both of those kills because Tabson gets 1 in his absence and Silence on the op without him here. It's all Peter. That's all I'm saying.
In a weird way. In a really weird way. But yes, I agree. 5 on 3 now. Somehow both the AWP is being dropped now. Apex is going to pick it up. Still a 5 on 3. They haven't committed to any bomb side just yet. Going to make their way towards short and just holding for any sort of CT reaction. You can see Devil now trying to do something with this. Pushes into the long doors. Seeing if he can find a kill there. But it's going to be NRG focusing towards middle. Silent just scoping things out and seeing whether anyone close to the doors right now.
Silent through mid already. Apex was staring him down. Legs him up just barely. Again, not a kill secured. Still 2 men down in the round. And Apex thankfully has an arsenal of weaponry that he can swap between, so it's the M4 he picks up second, spots up the flash. Apex takes down Legia, but Justin had come through the door just in time to get the trade. Now watch Devil though, as he tries to raise from the depths of the lower tunnels, but it's Tabson who says no at the pearly gates. We're getting a little bit biblical, Henry.
Yeah, you tried your best, and it was okay. But it's 3-1, and NRG with a great pick there from Silent. We weren't sure whether he'd have to go toe-to-toe with Kenny S there, but as I said, Kenny S hasn't really been on top form recently. Katowice wasn't exactly a great event for him. Well, that goes to say for the rest of the EnVyUs team, to be fair. But Silent coming out on top, and then MBK dropping to the AWP as well. And we go into round number 5. No orbs purchased for EnVyUs whatsoever. 4 rifles and a FAMAS. Let's see what they can do with this one. They're not really showing, I was about to say not too much aggression. They pushed up a B, and Apex going towards the top and middle as well. He's going to be looking for that first pick and gets it as well. Takes down Silent. That's the orb dropped. And it is a 5-4. They have got complete control of the B tunnels as well. The Gear trying to do what he can from C spawn, but so far has been brought down to a 4-4. Apex drops. And now the terrorist can rest once again. The CTs are going to be aware that Legia is by himself by the looks of things. He'll be flashing out. It's a perfect flashbang as well. What a play from MBK. Gets the kill, picks up the AK as well, and they gain so much information from that. They're funneling the terrorist towards that A-bomb site.
So top mid, Tabson in control with Gobby. Justin, meanwhile, trying to evaluate what's going on at long. See if he can find a footing into the round. Very passive setup from EnVyUs, as they go pretty much stagnant, dormant on their side of the site. Happy's got somewhat more aggressive on the catwalk position. He's going to try and smoke himself one way beneath the stairwell, but it's not going to time itself accordingly. That smoke's already dissipated, deployed, and gone. But Happy's got 2 regardless. Bomb goes down, and it's all on Justin.
Not really much he can do here. 30 seconds remain. He's going to be towards long, and what have he done to my goal? Happy gets the final kill, and you can just stop buggering around with the mixing desk, because it's really distracting.
They don't call me DJ Sado D for nothing.
Yeah, you're right there. But there we go. The reset does come in for NRG. They still have a reasonable amount of cash. And you can see AKs, Tech 9s, and I'm sure that's going to be a similar story. And they're actually going to invest fully into this one. Just going to have Gobby on that AK-47, trying to open up the map for his teammates, and they can swarm the bomb site with the aforementioned pistols here. So smoke grenades purchased as well. Potential wall of smoke tactic on the way, but let's see what they can do with it. Devil is by himself towards long. And here comes the play. Tabson and Gobby making their way towards shorts, but Apex is trying to spot over with the M4 and see what he can do here. Still no ore purchase for Kenny S.
I haven't changed anything. I don't know what you're reaching for.
It's got some weird echo to it.
No, it doesn't. You're wrong. It sounds completely normal, Henry.
It does not.
I put you back to where you were.
Okay.
You're paranoid. As Tabson going to go evaluate catwalk all on his own. It's Silent that will try and take over the long doors. If I'm not mistaken, though, Devil is playing quite forward as we see it now inside the smoke, and he's ready to be flashed through. So we're not seeing anything super aggressive, hyper aggressive from him yet, but he is playing on the A side. It's much harder to try and push through as you might do on the B tunnels, where Kenny and Apex have been a team forever. There's no chance they're going to mess with that symmetry just yet, but Tabson's actually going to win the duel on Happy. That opens up catwalk, forces MBK back from CT spawn, and Devil only gets 1. So MBK needs to do better. He gets 2, but in the end goes down, and the trades are favorable to the terrorist in this case. Fortunately, Apex has made a quick rotation. And Kenny's done the same, so it's Legia gone and a slight gap in the smoke. Apex will find Gobby. And it's 5-1 now in favor of the French.
Well, we did see a slight investment from NRG that round. They did go for AK-47s and Tech 9s. Looks like the money situation is still not going to be that great going into this one. So looking like EnVyUs will be going 6-1. Just going to be some pistols purchased here. And Devil having a difficult time towards long there, but like you said, MBK rectifying the situation and bringing it back for them. EnVyUs now back on the AWP. It's going to be Kenny S, of course, wording that weapon towards B. And we'll see whether he can find that first pick. There are going to be 4 players towards the tunnels right now, with Gobby holding towards the top and middle. I assume just what they have right now, they have smokes and flashbangs with the smoke towards city spawn and try and swarm towards middle, but MPK is waiting in that spawn area just with a PG-50 though. Interesting weapon choice, see what he can do with it. Not too much, does a little bit of damage, but it's going to come down to Apex now whether he can step up.
Apex gets 1 more as he walks from B toward the mid. They'll pincer off the NRG players that look to try and execute. And a boost toward catwalk, they want to go for it. Unfortunately, they're spotted up in the process. Devil gets dropped when he jumps up, tries to go for a fancy little cheeky peek, but Happy gets the immediate refrag, and it's all on Tabson. Stays alive potentially longer than he should have. NBK shakes off the dirt, the rust on his accuracy, and it'll be 6 now. Meaning the lost round bonus will add up in favor of the fact that Silent can bring out an AWP again.
Well, he did have that amazing first kill onto Kenny S. We all remember that one. It feels like a lifetime ago though, Matt. As we go into round number 8, he does rattle off the shot towards the doors and not able to land anything this time. For the setup, Legia holding towards upper B, but Apex is going to be facing this. He's spotting quite aggressively into those tunnels as well. Just going to leave Kenny S at the back there on the platform. And then the rest of NRG will be heading outside long. They're just very aware that the aggression coming out towards middle could be a very possible outcome here for EnVyUs, but they're actually being quite disciplined here. I feel like MBK got a little bit rattled in that round. He got taken down on shot, but he's back on the AWP himself and going to be having some confrontation right about now. And he gets a shot as well. Taps and trying to bait it out, actually gets punished for it.
Smoke slows things further. Happy nade, minor damage on Gob being silent. Falls back to Goose. Justin discouraged from long, so not much to report, as HenryG would say. However,
I have said that before.
A mid play might be something we could start reporting about, or forecasting as it would be in this case.
It's KNS that does spot the arm of Sun and actually takes him down to 8 HP as well. They have been discovered, and it's going to be Apex and KNS to hold them off. The gear coming from the tunnels as well. It's a great shot from Justin to take down Kenny. All up to Apex now. I don't think he'll be able to do anything with this. He can't. And now full control of the B bomb site for NRG. 3 players remain for EnVyUs. Bomb does get planted in the standard spot, but this is still looking a little bit troublesome for EnVyUs as they're coming for the retake now. It's going to be Happy coming in first, 47. A lot of damage being done. Justin on 7 HP and Salon on 8.
Happy. Doing my best for FNX, says Justin on his rifle. And he's going to actually use that rifle to take it from the hands of Happy, so they do get one more kill. That'll allow the rounds to pretty much go in their favor. So both times Silent has had the AWP. Mind you, this time not getting a kill. They have been able to secure the round, so economy definite factor here as NBK baited out by the shoulder shot, but makes no mistake about taking down Gobby. They've at least figured out his position, and they know the economy's low because they are going for the save, so they want to try and take it away from him. And he'll drop Lagia as soon as he goes down and toward the spawn. Good shot, good reaction.
Lovely shot there from MBK. You can see that the synergy that the CTs have got towards that B bomb site. It's looking a little bit off. Like KNS and Apex are not really complementing each other. Their positions are both caught, looking very worried and panicky as soon as the mid splits come in. I feel like the KNS would be more beneficial towards the mid area, and then he falls back to the door and he's watching middle. It seems like they're kind of a little bit discombobulated. They're trying to find those initial frags, but this time it's MBK stepping up. He's the player that saves you off, finds the first frag, but it's Devil that gives it straight back to Justin. Trying to salvage that weapon, but he paid the price for it, and it comes back down to a 4-on-4. And you can see now the CT's desperately trying to do what they can to find the next kill. But it's going to be Lagia committed towards the B tunnels now. Does manage to get out before he's taken down. And MBK rotates his position back towards the mid doors. Trying to see what he can do here. Happy lurking in towards long doors, seeing if there's a weapon available. I think it has been recovered by the terrorists. Justin holds outside, seeing if Happy does dare to face.
Do it, Happy. I dare you. As Apex forced back from mid. Kenny's going to walk back to the tunnel as well with a good flashbang out toward long, and Justin and Gobby for NRG suddenly open up the round. The AWP is still up for NBK. He's playing toward Goose, though, so he'll be confronted if they look toward this site, but if they don't, naturally, you would expect that'll be saved into the next as well, and they'll start to build back into this game. So going toward B should pretty much put an end to the action in this particular round. Get us set for the next, but 6-3 NRG coming back into this. Quite slow game, and has to say, it seems like most of these rounds taking quite a bit of time to transpire.
They're very aware that the aggression coming in from EnVyUs could be a very possible thing for them. So they're just holding back and making sure they take advantage of the extra 10 seconds, all that sort of stuff. So actually working out very well for them. Like I said, as soon as they decide where to go, they're quite assertive with it, and they're getting into the B bomb site, making things very uncomfortable. This time, MBK does find the first kill, but that's all he gets. He took down Silent at the start of the round, but he does find one more now. Taps and drops, and the bomb has been planted. The round will be going in favor of NRG, but MBK trying to keep the dream alive with his AWP here. It looks like he will be phasing towards spawn. Could be the end of him. Greer is on the hunt with the AWP himself. He's coming in towards long. They're going to try and go for the kill here. First shot comes in, but MBK capitalizes. Now it's a 2-on-1. He's trying to do what he can here. Oh, that's an absolutely sick shot from him as well. There's going to be one player remaining. Lagia, and MBK takes them all down. Was that an ace? Of course it was.
It was a 5-man ace, and I was just about to say it was going to be 6-3. It does go that way, but it wasn't quite as easy as I would have predicted. It also means the economy doesn't build as much as NRG would have hoped that it would. So an ace from the AWP that was saved. I said it would spell the end of the action for the round 2, Henry. Everything I say doesn't come true.
That's very true.
But they have guns around the AWP. That's the one thing that's important to note here.
Well, it's interesting as well that MBK has decided to keep it. Obviously, we talked about this before. Happy at Katowice taking over the role in favor of KNS sometimes.
Dumbest thing ever.
Well, That's up for debate. This time it's going to be NBK. Probably after getting an 80, probably like, you know what, guys? I worked hard for this. I'm keeping this. Let me have a go.
NBK takes the initial base, but it's the blinding flash that will discourage his peak. It's Devil instead. Twice now he's played from that corner. He only gets one this time, and NBK in the reface gets immediately taken down by Justin. And it's Tabson that follows immediately after, though, to give the advantage back to EnVyUs. Good boost on Elevator as well for Happy, because the smokes have been deployed on the cross, and he wants to try and cut them off on the way to the site. Sever the artery. Goppy's gonna find him, spots it. Apex goes back through the smoke and gets Justin in turn. It's 1 versus 2. Bomb still with Goppy's favor, but not a lot of wiggle room to work with. Knows one's on the CT ramp. The second he's yet to find.
Not really much he can do in this situation. He can probably get a plant down. He's going to actually just try and fake it out. That's obviously a 4-second plant. They're going to be aware he's not planting it right now. Going to be trying to find that next kill. He has got a flashbang. Chucks it up. Needs to be very careful here to see both CTs just ready and working together. Don't want to make this 2 one-on-one situations.
He's going to try and hold this bomb plant down. 26 seconds. It wasn't like he needed to, but he had the option. He had the time. Problem is now he's got to find this. And like you say, isolate the one-on-ones. If he can't find the first kill fast enough, the second man surely will arrive. And that is exactly what Apex does. And EnVyUs will add to their total.
So you can see Godby there going for that fake plan. He's hoping someone jumps up and tries to stop him. You know, we saw it earlier in the Astralis game. He can take down those players very easily. But didn't really work out that way. He does get the bomb down, but EnVyUs being very patient, making sure they approach the situation together. And it's 1 and 2 instead of 2 one-on-ones. What I'm trying to make. That's the perfect way to play those clutch situations. You don't want to risk anything there. And EnVyUs now bouncing back after a couple of rounds. And NRG looking like they're going to have the partial by themselves. So some upgraded pistols, no armor here, but Godby has got the smoke, so has Justin, and a couple of flashbangs to accompany them as well. Middle's been a very heavy area of contention for them, and quite a successful one as well, so I'm sure they'll probably try their luck towards that area once again. It's going to be Apex looking towards B tunnels and seeing what he can see. Didn't actually spot anyone, but could have heard some footsteps as Kenny S is set up towards the back of the platform now.
Silent. We'll hold the walk key and be silent in the tunnels, Henry. Let's make this like super dramatic. Can we just like dramatize everything?
Okay.
Kenny, staring down, not blinking for hours, has a smoke in front of him, and it's so scary and absolutely fearful, but yet he is fearless and fires. Okay, I'm done with that. But he did get 1 kill through the smoke. Apex follows up with 2 more on the entry. And he'll do better than that. 4 kills for Apex to shut down the round. We'll contact Stephen King.
Do you know what I just did? I tried to get really into that with my hands on my legs there, and I ripped a massive hole. Like I had already my jeans, so I made it like 3 inches bigger. These are only jeans
If you could make it 3 inches bigger, Henry, that would be like doubling the size.
I literally am going to have to walk out of this place with half my legs on shed. That's really bad. Anyway.
Paul is not going to mind.
There it is. It's another exciting round coming in here, Matt. All coming towards B, and Apex has them all lined up, but they somehow find the kill there, and it's going to be Kenny S trying to hold on to the B situation right now. He does find 1, and find 2 as well. Can he make it 3? He can. Excellent work from Kenny S. Coming to life now, finally, on Dust2. Godby is going to be the last remaining player towards middle. And he can't really do much with this. He's going to be spotted, and they're going to be aware of his position. He's going to be happy to finish things off. But Kenny S has been very quiet so far, and finally arrives there with a stellar performance and 3 precise shots on the B-bomb side.
That is why you give that man the AWP. That was sick inside of the B site. As you try and figure out the damage done to your pants.
Anyway.
Kenny S almost ruined my pants right there too, so it's all right. But that now puts pistols back in the hands of NRG. A problematic situation for them to have. NBK, just the P250 rather, excuse me, to work with. But it's 4 rifles otherwise, and one of which is this lovely man right here with the big green.
Well then, it looks like another partial buy coming in for NRG. These couple of successful rounds they had seems like a lifetime ago, as EnVyUs really have got into 5th gear now. That was a massive round for them to win, and the flashbang comes over. We said this was a successful area for them, but Apex is ready. That's a late incendiary, though. It's not going to matter as they are cleaning up completely. Apex finds 2. Happy jamming it as well. Godby finally takes it down with that CZ, but he's just coming straight through now. Happy is ruthless and trying to find the next kill. It's going to be spotting 1, but they have managed to escape, but the bomb is down towards CP side of middle here. It looks like Happy wants to find this next kill, and it's a little bit of an overcommitment. Didn't really have to do that whatsoever. And he does get taken down and punished, but the round should be still secure.
Then he pops back out, realizes he's got distance between he and his target. So back to the AWP, and NBK will find Godby. I'm having trouble deciding how close to keep the mic in my mouth, Henry. It's kind of awkward.
Just 1 inch away? Or all the way in?
That phrasing.
Let's have a look at the buy coming in for NRG this time. Silent has back on the AWP, and Matt, since that opening frag he wants Kenny S, he's currently selling 2 for 11. It seemed like it was such a successful start for him. He's been very quiet since then, hasn't been able to replicate that success that got them that initial pick, but we'll see what we can do with it this time. It'll be 4 AKs, 1 AWP, and the double AWP set up back up for EnVyUs as well. MBK still towards that short area, a little bit more aggressive this time, looking for that first pick. And he may just find it here. Someone's about to walk around the corner. And actually this cleverly face quite an aggressive fast angle as tabseN capitalizes as well. Now it's down to Happy. We're not going to be committing to A straight away though. You can see Devil trying to push into the long doors and see whether he can find some intel here for his team.
Happy's going to try and use those smokes on Catwalk as well to find a better angle to hold off the stairwell. Devil's gone back. He's given up long. He knows that Happy's going to need his support because Silence just picked up 2. You call him out and he shall answer. He shall give you gifts of gold, HenryG. As tabseN's going to take down Happy. It's all on to Devil. I bring you gold. I bring you myrrh, and Frank sent this. As Silent is going to take down Devil. Not a bad round at all from the AWP. Stand in, if you will.
That was brilliant, Matt. That was some of your best work there.
Thank you.
And that's saying something about your career.
Thank you. You do. Should I explain that one or just let that go?
Just let it go.
All right, good.
Let's move on.
All right, someone will figure it out. Silent has stepped in. Henry, call these guys out more for God's sake as he takes down Kenny once more. It's another early advantage. Apex, though, a tight angle. Flash catches him in full duration, and there's nothing he can do, but Happy's on the close and now 3rd player in mid because he goes back over here. All he wanted was the AWP. Instead, he gets a kill plus the gun he was desiring, and NBK is going to come over to support mid. He'll go in toward window, but Legia finds him with the 2nd AWP, so it's a double up setup right now for NRG.
So it's round 2 in favor of the American side here. Justin sees the spawn. He struggles to get the kill, but he does get the job done. Devil answers back straight away. Now he's left in a 2-1 situation. The new boy, a brand new signing for EnVyUs. Can he step up now in the last round of the first half? Silent and Legia, both on AWPs are interesting enough. So if you can make one of them miss a shot, this definitely has an opportunity, but it's not meant to be as Legia takes him down from the window. And 10-5 there. So NRG picking up the last couple of rounds. It's something to work with, I guess. I wouldn't say that's quite enough to have a chance of taking down EnVyUs and they get on their T side, but it's enough if they win the pistol. Maybe we do have a game on our hands here. Silence, like he said, I called him out and he stepped up in those last few rounds, getting a few kills there, opening it up, taking out Kenny S. And I have to say, Kenny has been very quiet himself. Apart from that 3-man kill in towards the B side map, I can't really remember anything he did of any worth.
In his entire career.
I mean, in this specific.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Henry, you cynic.
It's a realist, mate.
You say that. Every cynic says that.
Just a realist.
The world sucks. I'm just realistic.
You're such a cynic.
Anyway.
All right. Justin, though, already through double doors. This is actually reasonable. He doesn't spot anyone toward top middle, and he actually elects to cover off the bottom of the tunnels. It's a pincer play because tabseN's going to go out now. Coffee follows up. It's all in the early aggression, that early read from Justin, and it works out as NRG just slaughter EnVyUs inside of mid.
Getting into lower B. Justin stepping up and got B, hitting all the shots as well. Now we do have a game on our hands. NRG pick up the pistol round and trying to work out how they invest into this round. I'd assume the force buy will be coming in from EnVyUs straight away. It has been a common trend for them over the last year or so. We'll see what they can bring to the table. Everyone but Kenny S getting armor. He's just going to have a Tech 9 and nothing else. So we'll see what they can bring to the table. Scout and 2 UMPs and 2 FAMASes being equipped for NRG, going more of an equipment-focused round here. Trying to lock them out with the utility, but Apex will be looking towards middle. Doesn't spot anyone just yet.
Apex first to arrive upon the precipice of the catwalk. The Kitty's Cliff is actually what they call that specific precipice, if you're wondering.
I wasn't.
Well, it's called the Kitty's Cliff. As Legia is going to hold it, though, off angle with the scoot. Flash doesn't allow him to spot up the 2 dropping players, but tabseN has good position, a good angle. He'll win the duel. Unfortunately, the scout will do no more. It does tag up NBK, but drops them down a man. As Coffee still with mouse sport stickers on his gun. He's going to try and make what he can of a dire situation. Good shot from tabseN. I have to say, he's someone who stepped up considerably despite not knowing much about the team he's playing with, as he currently sits 2nd on the leaderboard for his team.
That's a pretty successful round there for NRG. The bomb does get planted for EnVyUs, so they will be on an eco this round, but they do rectify and they'll have a nice healthy buy going into the next. KNS definitely will be getting out the AWP. He's got tons of cash, 4K at the moment. We'll see what they can bring to the round this time. Just going to have some PT50s, no utility purchase. I assume that as we're trying to bunch up and try and get the bomb down any way they can. It's looking like the bomb's going towards B tunnel, so the rest of the players will be going towards A. So maybe a sneaky plant coming in, just trying to get it down any way possible. CT's now not really displaying any sort of aggression. There's going to be EnVyUs towards the top middle, MBK towards those B tunnels, and he may be taken down there playing a little bit of a scary game. Sonnen has figured him out as well.
So Tabson underneath towards CT spawn has Legia playing the car, not with AWP this early in the half, but on an angle favorable to shut them down with rifle. It's Godby that's going to anchor long as well. 5 players now, all. I should take that back, actually 4 players, all but happy. I like to try and evaluate this catwalk position, and MBK is going to try and split, going to try and divide, figure out if Tabson's in that drop position. He now knows he is. The 3 on Cat will go, but Happy still has Godby to contend with. He's left early on that long position, though. Happy can try and catch them off as the anchor players give it up some ground. However, the bomb plant's denied as Legia goes for the jump. And Godby collects one beforehand out toward long when he did turn back. So NRG +1 Penta pick up their 8th round, and it's only 2 to go before we're tied up. However, it's going to be guns up for EnVyUs, and they're going to go for this bonus round on the CT side, which means Kenny's got an op going to go free reign against these rifles.
Well, and the 2 UMPs as well. It's a massive round, and you can see he doesn't actually land any damage there. It was very close to hitting. But the CT, Legia is pushed off towards short. He's one of the players with a rifle, albeit famous. And EnVyUs now just seeing what's being presented to them in this round. No orbs whatsoever for the CTs, as you said. The bonus round, I think we need a new term for that, but we'll come up with
All right, listen, you and Moses don't like anything that I name, all right? Let's call it the Jaden round. Just name it after my dog.
The Jaden round.
Who I also didn't name.
Okay, well, this time EnVyUs will be making their way up towards short. This kill looks like it'll be theirs all day long. Legia doesn't really have much to do with the Famous. There's no exit strategy as well. He does get taken down. And now it's up to Tabson. He's on the A site with the M4. Does have a little bit of utility to work with, including an incendiary. But the CTs aren't reacting just yet. We have got Godby close to the long doors, but no one's pushing into B tunnels right now. It's going to be EnVyUs with full control of this round. All 5 players heading towards the B tunnels. And Silent, what are you made of? Will you be able to hold them off?
I don't know that he's made of much other than dank memes on Twitter, but the UMP might be able to do a little bit more than he anticipates. He's already spotted up, goes for the repeat because he's forced to. Allows him to take down Devil. Justin's actually dinked up Apex through the door. He won't even have known that at that point in time because the smoke was there. It was just a wild turkey shot to get one. Happy out toward middle at this point. Just waiting to get information, and Godby's going to fall immediately into his favor. Thank you very much. Tabson and Justin in toward mid. They're going to get pincered off, but they do at least fight back into Happy. That opens up some room to breathe, but it's not enough to survive that of EnVyUs. But it's the Jaden round, so they still have rifles in the next.
Yes, the Jaden round is going to be working in their favor. You're absolutely right there, Matt. They've got tons of cash. Silent still has 8K before he buys, so lots of money to work with. And we go into round number 20 now. We have got, of course, the AWP onto KNS. Only finding 1 kill this half so far. Let's see what he can bring to the table this time. It's going to be firing off a shot, not actually going for it this time. Seeing if we can get some intel towards the amount of crosses going across. It's going to be 2. And MBK making his way towards upper B. So got a standard default round coming in from EnVyUs now. Not heavily committing to anything here. Same goes for the CTs really as well. Godby's left towards long. And we can see Silence and Justin potentially trying to find a first pick here towards B. They're both stacked up, looking at the same angle. And it's going to be MBK waiting for him as well. He's not really showing his hand just yet. There it is on his screen right now.
Yeah, he's been the secondary offer. Seems to be the only one on the CT side in this particular round. Tries to find that pick out toward long. Comes up wanting. Not wanted where you can curve bullets, Henry. Just to be clear. But we're hearing lots of damage dealt onto Apex through the smoke, not to be aware. We're discovered by NRG, who do have Silent still in the sight. Justin's going to burrow his way into the closet, and both of them will have to fight backwards out toward middle, but it's effective. It's successful, and Tabson fights through a smoke at CT, and suddenly it's all on Happy. Bomb dropped inside the site. They have to go. That nade might just catch one. He doesn't reface it. He lets the nade do the damage. And he can try and buy himself some space as Legia. The only other one that can spot Happy immediately. Gobby's gone for a very long rotation from long A, but he knows that bomb's inside the site, and Legia just holds on with the AWP.
Still not convinced by this EnVyUs lineup, you know, so far. It doesn't seem like too much has changed. I haven't really brought anything new to the table. No one's really stepping up in terms of the frags. Quite
They have a week.
That's fine.
I was actually on your side. It's literally a week to get this all together.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right, until the major. Well, my point being is that they're not really showing me anything that's actually too promising right now. They're essentially going up against NRG with a random player coming in. And they're struggling a little bit here. Their executions seem pretty poor. That bomb side is Penta, Tabson, who's coming in and finding that first kill. It's going to be a 5-on-4 now. And EnVyUs are into a dangerous position now after that big lead they had after the first half. Slowly but surely, NRG are getting back into it.
Slowly but surely, but nonetheless, they are. It was interesting. Envy seemed to struggle against North American counterparts on this particular map for whatever reason. We do say that it's more the open style Parker's map, need less execution, and you just have to win the duels. Justin this time, though, is going to lock Happy into the corner, and your fairness is granted.
They've been struggling against everyone in the last couple of events. Like, I don't think it's just Americans. It seemed like they lost a E-frag and stuff like that in the last one. So,
yeah, it's been rough. It's definitely been a rough go. They've got to get their heads together, find a way to utilize this. I think Devil needs to find a way to be unleashed in this roster, but the problem is, how do you disrupt some of the chemistries that already exist? How do you just simply implement him into Kiyoshima's old position? It's not that simple. And you don't disrupt the Apex and Kenny S synergy on the B site.
Well, we're going into round number 22. It's quite a weak buy for the terrorists here. They haven't got a single orb. They've got limited utility, 3 smokes, no molotovs actually, and MBK is trying to work a bit. He's going to be welcomed by the CT to Silent once again, picking up that first frag. Apex does chime in and get one himself, but it's a potential double kill. Only gets one just in that time. It's going to be a 3-on-3. The terrorists are going to make their way into the deep side as well. Next frag's going to be huge. Captain does spot Happy towards top of mid. Unable to find a frag just yet. Bomb will be planted now for EnVyUs.
Yeah. Smoke off, going to run back toward the top of middle, and unfortunately, that's where Happy was waiting. I had no idea that there was map control there. He assumed the B plant meant that they wouldn't be anywhere near, so good positioning from Happy to catch him off. As Kenny going to buy time via the flash toward middle. Give Happy the chance to walk down, catch them off once more. Spots both, but the flash out against him means he needs to duck down, go for cover on catwalk, and they need to make sure they don't peek him 1 versus 1. Nearly line up for him, but Gobby gets the kill. That's simply just to get them an escape pattern so they can get away, grab the AWP at long, and hold on to what weaponry they should elect to do so with, and it's an AK that Tabson will grab.
Well, the bomb will go off for EnVyUs. In around here, that's a second of the half so far, but 12-10, still in the driving seat here. Gobby does save the AWP, but there's still tons of cash for NRG available. They're going to be able to get potentially double orb set up here if they wanted to. So far, this one person, there it is. They're going to get the second one out right now. So that's going towards Gobby. Actually making the Gear and Cyan, going to be rolling this one. And still no orb purchased for EnVyUs. That loss of men in that last round means MPK is actually on towards a Tech 9 here. So we'll see what they can do going into this one. Going to be more of the same, more default setups. And the Gear has got that AWP facing towards the long doors, looking all the way to T-spawn as well. So that's a ton of information gathered. They can hold that position. And it just means they can actually focus towards middle and short end.
Apex is going to now work on catwalk. Tabson trying to line this up perfectly so that when a flash is deployed, he can peek out. Flash went timing slightly off, but no one was exposed. Second time's better, though, as he does do good damage onto Apex. Doesn't secure kill, but gave him a little bit of information. They can now confirm that A is a possible scenario in this round. So Gobby and Legia, they'll shuffle each other over and get better weapons in better positions. Legia toward the car, it's the default.
4 players are set up towards short. You'd assume this to be some sort of execution dropping down towards spawn. Here come the smokes. It's going to be up to Legia, whether he can find a couple of kills here with the
That's the wall on the site. One drop already in, but it's covered off. Tabson, he's blinded up by the smoke. He's going to go through it. Legia gets one more as well. He's still alive with the off. He pops back out, and MVK goes down. It's Kenny S that does compensate the difference, bring it back slightly, but it's still 3 versus 2 in favor of NRG. The bomb just planted now. Doesn't bode well in its position, because it's inside of the cat box. They can't just sit back and be complacent. They need to fight forward and hold on to the platform itself. Justin's gone passive to try and allow his teammate a chance to rotate. No one's in great position. Has to be said. It's silent. That's a big miss to have against Kenny. He's now giving him a second chance. Already legged up, but he does hit the shot while he's midair. Now there's a chance they can try and converge upon Happy, who is the last alive. He's picked up one of the three that were against him. His spray control slightly off, but Tabson holds it together in the end.
Just about holds it together. The defuse comes in as well. And like you said, difficult plan for them to hold. Wasn't towards short, wasn't particularly towards long either. So needed to fight and try and find those frags. But Kenny does manage to leg Silent, and he can't find the Glock shot as he jumps around the corner. Silent hits a very impressive shot there. And we can see the money now coming in for EnVyUs. This is getting a bit scary, Matt. I thought EnVyUs were going to run away with this one, hands down, but they are struggling. They're coming in with Tech 9s. It's a full investment into this one as well. 1 AK, 4 Tech 9s. Got a lot of utility to work with, but this is looking like another round going in favor of NRG. That will level things out at 12-12. Kenny S was about to go so straight towards B. They're going to be smoking it out and going for the B rush here.
B rush that's not that successful, it has to be said. Shut down on entry, but Devil gets 2. Blinded up both players in the site. The Tech 9 prevails, but it's Tabson in the doorway. And Devil drops on cross. No bomb planted sight, not yet at least. But Happy on the lurk. How many times have we said that?
Enough times in our careers, but it's now a 2-on-2.
Let's not say it anymore then if we said it too much.
Okay, agreed. 2-on-2. MBK and Happy, and the last one's alive. Tabson is trying to listen out. They haven't planted a bomb yet. Need to cross towards that side. It's a really poor idea for MBK to try and do that. One flashbang goes over. Doesn't even go any near Tabson. He gets an easy kill as he jumps across. Could have taken that a lot slower. They had so much time to play with as well. I'm not really sure what the idea was there. Now it's a 2-on-1. Happy, the last player remaining, does get a really shabby plan down. Not really much he can do to cover that. And Tabson stepping up massively there in that round. And like I said, I have no idea why EnVyUs felt like they had to do it like that sort of fashion. At least face it at the same time. One player is flashing and then almost suiciding across the doors, is jumping across and hoping no one's there. That's very sloppy indeed. That's going to bring things in at 12-12. And like I said, EnVyUs still look like they're not really recovering themselves from the couple of events we've seen in them previously.
Yeah, no, not at all. Tabson leading the way, 23 kills total.
And that was a full investment actually from EnVyUs, so I think there's another eco coming in. They're actually going to be NRG taking the lead here. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it, Henry? Did you think it? Did you reckon?
I didn't reckon this would happen. But this is the reckoning right now.
Brutalin, Savagein, Reckoning.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Silent, back of sight, not facing off toward the tunnel this time. Just the pistols. No need to get taken down by some sloppy Wandig. Tabson, though, gets 1 and make it 2 above the smoke. He's now up to 25 total on the 25th round, so doing massive damage and having a huge contribution as a stand-in. Happy, though, again gonna lurk. He's gonna catch off Legia, who hears him drop down late. Thankfully, Tabson has gone beyond and got a 3rd kill, because this round now becomes entirely all too interesting. Bombs dropped. Happy tries to spray above the smoke, or rather, shouldn't say spray, but get one shot through it with the AWP. Good shot from NBK. And it's Gobby left in a 1 versus 2.
It's got the bomb though, so let's have a little bit of control in this situation. But the AWP on towards Happy is in CT spawn. This is where they messed up last time, rushing this situation. They still have 45 seconds. They can make sure they get the bomb together, and Gobby's aware of that as well. He's going to be repositioning himself and hopefully find a rotating player here towards short, and that's actually going to be Happy, who seems to be reading the situation perfectly, and he takes the kill. So the eco turns out to be an absolute masterpiece from EnVyUs. They find the frags, and MBK and Happy stepping up massively there with their rotation frags. It's going to be 13 plays 12, and they avoid NRG taking the lead there and actually secure themselves round number 25. So we'll have a look at the cash for the CTs. They definitely can afford something into this one. It's going to be an AWP purchase for the Greer. That's about all they'll be going for by the looks of things. So he needs to deliver here on a massive scale if they're going to do anything with this.
Apex.
Okay.
Already into lower tunnels, but it's Legia to start it off. So that single AWP. Massive contribution so far. And interestingly, we're seeing Legia be the primary opera on the CT side, whereas it was all silent on the T. Tabson sees that 75, needs to get close, but smokes on either side of middle. Which direction should they elect to go as they try and flash themselves back towards CT? Tabson's gone by them in doing so. He slipped by Apex. They've got no idea he's here, and Kenny's just holding the off angle with a chance. And now he's going to watch his teammate perish through his own scope, and Tabson will take Kenny as well. Beautiful play by him to read that smoke in CT.
Absolutely sick there. What a play by him, but it's not over just yet. A few more twists and turns, it seems. Apex picks up 2, brings it down to a 2-on-2 as well, but Gobby stepping up from CT spawn. Just going to leave MBK now in towards lower B. Bomb down towards those mid doors. Legia needs to be very careful here. If you die in this situation, it's going to be almost over, but it doesn't matter. He hits the shot. 13-13. And it's the NRG coming back on their eco runner. Just the gear that bought the orb. And tabseN had a fantastic game so far. Hits his 28th frag. What a play that was. Hiding in CT spawn, letting players go past him, and finding 2 kills to the CZ towards mid doors. Oh my god.
Do you have a different god than me? You possessed him.
Yeah.
He's put that in possessive form. It's your god Paula. The Greek hair. It's so beautiful. But that was a beautiful play from tabseN, I have to say. I also like the camera angle that we had of Kenny just watching his teammate walk out. It looked all too innocent, and he just, boom, dead. No, what happened? So well done from the CZ to start it off. Again, Legia, primary opera. Look at the aggression in this round, already out through mid. He sits by the Xbox, tries to watch the lower tunnels. No aggression from Apex because he was waiting for a support system from his teammates in the form of a smoke now at the doors. That's allowed him to take over the mid position. What an interesting game, we wouldn't have expected this.
Absolutely not. Well, EnVyUs have fully invested in this. 2 AKs, pistols. Have got the smokes. We know they have got the execution to drop down to spawn, but it's tabseN is just being an absolute nuisance for them. He does spot them towards short, and Legia's got that information. He'll be poising himself now, ready for anyone jumping up with the flashbangs. It's not the best position. He could get wrecked by the flashes here, but there we go. Changing it up now, has somewhere to fall back to. And it's looking like EnVyUs are setting up for the grenades here.
tabseN's going to try and hold that small cubby on the ramp as well to dodge any flashes that do make their way down. There's the first one, dodge, second one as well. Now a chance. Oh, and Devil walks right by. A great chance to shut him down. Legia's still alive on Catwalk as well, or excuse me, at Goose. And he's going to take down Kenny for his second big kill in the round. One from Justin that went unmentioned, but more or less a support frag. And he finds another down toward mid.
Do you know what, Matt? This is actually a breaking point for EnVyUs. They don't have any cash to invest in with rifles, and this is 1 point away from NRG getting map points here. This is unbelievable. So NRG could almost be gifted around here. Oh, they're going all in. EnVyUs are going for the force buy.
Of course, it's EnVyUs.
They could have taken the more conservative approach and go with rifles and just grind out 2 rounds, but they want to get back into this. They're going to allow NRG to get to the map point. So Tech 9s, PT50s, and a couple of grenades. That's about it.
Devil already up toward the catwalk position. tabseN blinded out, this time not able to get into cover. Fully blinded at that, but Legia manages to get back to the car in time, and 2 will drop toward the quad. He's having a hell of a CT half. Can't quite pick up the 3rd shot onto Kenny, and in fact will lose a lot of HP in the process, but Silent is there to catch Apex on a late drop from Cat, trying to go after those low HP players. Not only that, he turns back, finds Happy. Great awareness, and tabseN might go down on the ramp, but it's all on Kenny, 1 versus 3.
Going to see what he can do.
Oh, this is clever. This is clever. He's going to drop down, fake it out. He actually turns back. He's found a kill. Now, this gives away the fact that he's trying desperately to get toward B, and Gobby gets away with it because Legia was low enough on HP. You almost wonder what might have happened if he didn't take that shot, but regardless, it's now 15 rounds for NRG and broken EnVyUs.
Indeed. This is what I'm talking about. That plant, they could have done something with that. Kenny has just committed and gone for the plant and got the extra $100. He could have had rifles going into this one, but it wasn't meant to be. They're going to have pistols and Tech 9s and armor and grenades. We'll see what they can do here. Not really committing to anything just yet. Going to be taking over the B tunnels and holding towards top of mid. Legia, like he said, fantastic CT half so far, going for that first long pick as well. Not going to be able to find anything just yet. He's been backed up by Gobby. tabseN. These guys have been stepping up so massively, particularly those 2. And EnVyUs looking really up against the ropes right now. 1 more round will do it. They'll take the first map here in our last best of 3. The bomb is towards B tunnels right now. And it's looking like Happy and Apex are trying to do some sort of distraction play towards long, potentially. It's going to be a face towards long doors. This reloaded gear steps up. And there comes the first play from EnVyUs towards the B side.
Silent. Once more. Patience as always. 1 round away for NRG to take a map off of Envy, the new Envy. The first time we see Devil on land with this lineup. And Silent is just going to hold this B tunnel. He's just going to continue to just sit patiently. He's got a second man in toward the site right now with him. It's Justin, and more importantly, tabseN. Look at this, in the lower tunnels. This could be massive. The Molotov's going to hold them. tabseN's going to hold his trigger, and this is it. 1, 2, oh, he looks away too soon. He thought he secured the kill, and he snaps. And Devil will survive, 3 HP, but it may not still be enough as Silent's going to drop the bomb. MBK goes down, and they have to commit to regrabbing this, so it's a smoke to help them do so, but we can see it, a blue trail as well as a yellow, and that means that they smoke off the opposing side. It won't be easy for them to grab. And just like that, it's on Happy.
Can't win.
1 versus 3, 13 seconds, it's over. NRG is gonna take map 1. He'll at least get another kill. There's no need to face. There's no need to do anything in this situation. And when he crosses by mid, Justin's gonna make the call. 3, 2, Envy, I'm sorry, but NRG is gonna take map number 1. Dust2 goes the way of the North American team. Although that said, let's be fair, there's only 2 North Americans here.
But it's the new boy, the substitution taps and hitting a 30 bomb. What an absolute monster performance from him. NRG have taken out EnVyUs here, and this is their single elimination. It's not like EnVyUs can dodge out of this one and think, oh, we're just doing the lower bracket and we'll do fine there. If they lose the next map, they're actually going home. And this is essentially a mixed team. They're missing the star player in the form of Peter, and it's Sabsum stepping up massively as well. Greer having a monster of a game. Pick out that AWP on the CT side, and this is just unbelievable.
I love that the crowd is enjoying this. The upset, the first upset of the day, as they take the first map off Envy's single elimination quarterfinal format. Basically means that they have to win the next one. We'll take a short commercial break. As always, go to the desk and see what they have to say about this, because there's a lot to be dissected.